Welcome to the 2023 Heart of America Athletic Conference Baseball Media Day. I'm your host, Stephen Davis. Next up, we're joined by William Penn University head baseball coach Mike Laird and Tim Jean. Coach Tim, how are you guys doing today?
Doing all right.
Doing good. It's cold, but we're doing great.
I hear you. Coach, let's start with you. Tell us about Tim and his impact and meaning to your program.
Well, Tim came to us last year from a junior college in Illinois, and a very strong program, and he had an immediate impact. Obviously, he was made all conference and the Gold Glove team as well at first base. And yeah, he's had tremendous leadership skills. He hits in a middle of the order RBI position. Plus, he's fast. He can steal some bags. And but I think more important than that, he's one of our captains as well, and got some tremendous leadership abilities and skills.
Tim, take us through the preseason so far. How's it going? What are some things you've liked that you've seen from your team?
Well, it looks like we've got a lot of guys that have come back a lot better than how they performed in the fall, and that's always a good sign. Guys look bigger. We've had a couple dudes come in and they look a little bit more filled out than they did in the fall, and that's always a good sign. And there's a lot of buzz going on in the locker room with these guys. They're pretty excited, and I think everybody's really happy to be back, and it's a lot of positive energy because of that.
You guys mentioned the cold weather already. Tim, how excited are you and your teammates to get outside, get the season started out where baseball gets played?
I'm excited, man. The first couple weeks inside are tough, but it's fun when we go on the road the first week and you get a little bit warmer weather and hopefully no snow on the ground.
Absolutely. All right, Tim, fun question here. I don't know if you guys do walk-up songs or not, but if you do, or if you had to pick one, what's your walk-up song going to be for this season?
Well, last year I used Magic Stick, which is pretty popular. And I think I'll probably just go right back to that one again.
All right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Coach, let's shift over to you. You have a few tournaments on the schedule in February. You've got one in Joplin, Missouri, another at the Urban Youth Academy in Kansas City. What are you hoping to see from your team in those early games in tournament situations?
Well, obviously we've been to those tournaments before, and there's some very good teams in both of those tournaments. We also open up down south of Wichita early too. So they're good 4 games. There's a series and kind of round robin type atmosphere. There's some ranked teams. It'll really be a good test of kind of where we're at, and it'll be a good 3 or 4 weekends before we head into Heart play.
Coach, what are some highlights you saw from your group in the fall going into this year and in the off-season workouts overall?
Well, as Tim kind of hinted at, I think we've got, like around the locker room he was talking about, we've got I think the culture on this group of guys is exceptional, and it's a really, really positive thing. We've got talent, obviously. I don't think we have, we don't have anybody throwing 95 or anybody that's going to hit 20 home runs or anything, but we've got a lot of good players and a lot of guys that really buy in, and that's a big positive, and that comes strictly from the culture that they have and their work ethic.
Coach, let's name some names on this year's team. Let's start on the mound. Who are some of the top pitchers you've got for this season?
Well, that's one area that's pretty solid, I think, for us. Last year we had some injury issues immediately, out of the weight room. I hate to say that, but that's what happened. And but we've got some guys that have a lot of experience. And what I mean by that are guys that have been out there 50 to 60 innings, in college. And we have several of them, and that's a real positive. So we're going to have to depend on them. We'll be able to make moves a little bit. But some of the guys this guy's been around here. It's his 4th year for us, Stetson Denning. And he's done a lot of relief for us, a lot of key relief for us, several years, 3 years now, 4 years now. Nick George, last year was really looking good. We kind of rode him a little bit, probably too hard towards the end of the year, and we had to rest him at the end, but he's looking real good. Ty Harder has been around a couple of years. I think he had our lowest ERA on the team last year. From Galesburg, Brian Thomas He really had to shoulder a big burden last year, and he was actually a little bit hurt too, but he kind of bowled his way through it. And but I think he threw about 78 innings for us. And then we've got some other guys that have come in, transfers, that also have good experience. So I'm kind of happy with that. We've got the ability to make some moves, earlier in the ball game, as opposed to leaving somebody out there a little longer than they need to be.
How about on the position player side? Who are some of your top guys over there?
Well, obviously Tim's
Yes.
a returning all conference and a Gold Glove guy, and brings tons of energy and keeps is great to have him on the infield, with communication and everything. But so Tim's obviously probably going to hit in the 2 or 3 hole for us, and he does a number of things. Like even he's fast. He's not your prototype first baseman in that he doesn't weigh 230 pounds, but he can really run. And he does a lot of good things with the offense. But Frank Aparicio has been around now for 3 years. Frank more than likely will be at second base. He is mechanically very, very sound, very good player. Also Nate Jessel. Nate was also on the Gold Glove team at shortstop. And I think he fielded something like 962, which is exceptional for second base to field up in the 960s or 950s even. And probably Justin Martinez. Justin was here last year. Big, strong guy, probably be at third base. Came in from Kirkwood Junior College a couple of years ago. And, he came back very much improved. He's a big, strong kid. It's tremendous bat speed, good hands, strong, good arm strength. But he's going to be a little more difficult to pitch to than I think, coming in his first year last year out of junior college. So those guys are kind of the primary guys we're looking at. We also got another guy, Trevor Dooley, that's a senior. Trevor played quite a bit last year, and he has a good stick from the left side as well.
Good stuff. Tim, let's shift back over to you. Coach mentioned you're not, prototype at first base. You've got some speed. Is there anybody you've tried to model your game after, major league or otherwise?
Yeah, I guess there's a few guys. You always, when you watch pros, it's exciting. Like, they're fun to watch, and you want to take everything you can from their game. But I guess I'd say probably Trey Turner the most. He's somebody that kind of has that combination of speed and power. And he's pretty raw defensively. Obviously he plays up the middle and I'm a first baseman, but I think the glove's important anywhere. So if I could take anything from his game, it's just his athleticism. He uses it to his advantage, and that's what I try to do.
Tim, take us through your baseball journey, when you started playing and how the heck you ended up at William Penn after all that.
So I couldn't even tell you when I started playing. Probably as soon as I could start making memories, I was playing baseball. Went to Libertyville High School, played there, was a part of some really good teams. I think in my 2 years there, we won 60 games and lost about 15. After that, I went to the College of Lake County. It was a junior college in my hometown. Played there for 3 years. I think my career really took a turn there. I had some help with my hitting coach there, Fred Landers, and my head coach, Coach Cummings. They really kind of whipped me into shape, and I give them a lot of credit for, the person I am today and the player I am today. And from there, after my 3rd year there, because I had the COVID year and they gave you the extra year of eligibility, my head coach put me in contact with Coach Laird, and we talked pretty extensively over the phone a few times, and I liked what he had to say. I was pretty bought in from the minute he called me. So it wasn't really much of a thought for me. We talked for a while, I think 2 times. And I think you sent me an offer. And the next day I called him back and I was like, hey, I'm ready to go. Let's do this thing.
Good stuff. Tell us about your team. You touched on this already, but it sounds like you guys have some pretty good chemistry in that locker room. Sounds like it's a fun team to play for.
Yeah, absolutely. It's different. Sometimes you're on teams and guys aren't always best friends but they'll be willing to put it aside. But this team is tight. Our pitching staff is tight. Those guys they're a ball of energy, man. When they come into practice, they're hooting and hollering and they're trying to get us all fired up. When the defense is doing good, they're getting us fired up. And I think it helps. I mean, everybody's excited to see each other every day, and I can truly say we have some really good guys in that locker room that, not only on the field but off the field, you like to spend time with them. And that, like I said earlier, that's something we're going to be able to use to our advantage this spring.
Very cool. All right, Tim, for fans who haven't watched a lot of Heart baseball, even the ones who have, just remind us what the competitive level is like in this conference every time you take the field.
I mean, I don't think it really matters where you rank. You're going to play close games in this conference. These are tough teams. These guys, yeah, you don't always see the 95 and the 500-foot home runs, but guys know how to win. There's a lot of, I would say we've played a lot of older guys and really mature players that know how to pitch to their strengths and play to their strengths. And it makes it tough. Doesn't really matter. You can't really hold on to records or look at numbers. You just got to take it day by day in the heart and just try to win every day. It's tough.
Coach, same question for you. How tough is the grind when you get into conference come March, April, into May, and then onto the conference tournament?
Oh man, it's this year I would say, and talking to other coaches around the league, of course, it's as good as it's been since we've been in the league, or maybe better. I mean, as far as like Tim said, every time you take the field, you cannot look too far ahead. You can't look to, hey, it's Saturday, what are we doing Sunday? That's a mistake. And you got to, you have to manage games. Your team has to be able to, to win offensive and defensive situations as much as possible. And everybody wants to do that. The other team wants to do it too. That's what we're here for. And it's a high-end caliber of baseball, college baseball. And you see some dudes pop up once in a while and you go, where in the heck did that guy come from? I mean, it's kind of amazing. And you do see guys 95, 96, 97 once in a while. And, so for anybody that thinks small college baseball is maybe, not quite the thing, they need to play it a while. They need to play in the heart and they'd see what we're talking about.
Coach, Tim, thanks so much for the time. Best of luck to the Statesmen this year.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.